Now, most business owners overlook this key strategy, but if you stay with me, you'll discover exactly how to optimize your site and get it ranking on Google's first page faster than you think. I'm going to reveal a simple method that will turn your website into a call generating machine. Right, so the first thing you're going to do is look at the population in your area. Anything over 150,000 is good. So let's say our business is based in Essex. Just go to ChatGPT and put in this prompt: population of towns in Essex. ChatGPT will then generate a list of all the towns with their populations. Now, if a town has a population that's too low, like this one over here, you don't really want to target that area because it wouldn't be ideal for a full business due to a small population. But towns like Southend-on-Sea, Colchester and Chelmsford had very high populations, meaning there'll be good areas to target. Next, you can do a quick Google search just to confirm the population of those areas. As you can see, the population of Southend is definitely over 150,000. So now that we know the population of Southend is high, we need to find out if there's actual demand for our service. So we're going to use SEMrush and Google's keyword planner to check. Now, most of the time, people search for a service plus a location when they're looking to hire a local business. For example, they might search for plumbers Southend or roofers Southend. So let's go to SEMrush and see if people are actually searching for that. Just type in plumbers Southend and you can see this keyword gets 210 searches a month. The keyword difficulty is easy to target, so it's a good keyword to go after, meaning there's demand. Now let's go to Google's keyword planner. Put in plumbing related keywords over here, so things like plumber, plumbing, plumbing services, and then change the location to Southend. Scroll down and you can see how many people are searching for plumbing related keywords in the Southend area. For example, plumber has 140 searches, plumbing near me has 320 searches, and emergency plumber near me has 70. This will give you an estimated search volume for all these different keywords that people are searching for. Again, this shows us there's demand for plumbing services in the Southend area. So now we can start building out pages dedicated to all these keywords. You'll get loads of keyword variations and ideas to build additional pages for, allowing you to target the whole Southend area. If you're a roofer, landscaper or electrician, do a similar type of research using SEMrush and Google Keyword Planner. The next thing you're going to want to do is get a Google Map listing or a Google Business profile. First, head over to google.com/business. You're going to sign in or click Manage Now and set up a business profile. The idea here is that you want to show up in the map pack whenever someone Googles your services. To do that, you're going to need a business listing. If you look at all the businesses showing up in the map pack, you'll notice that they often have the location and service in their business name. And this is a really important ranking factor. It's the same for websites that are ranking at the top of organic listings. You'll often see something like Plumbers Southend in their name or domain. Even if the website isn't super optimized, having the service and location in the title, description and domain can still help it rank on Google. Now, if you don't have a physical address in the area you want to target, you'll need to get one. You could rent a small office space in that area, and if that seems too expensive, there are virtual address services you can look into. Just Google Southend virtual addresses and you'll see plenty of companies offering virtual business addresses. These can work for getting your business listing verified. If you're considering renting an office, you can go to Rightmove. Search for commercial properties in Southend and look for the lowest priced options. Filter by price and you'll see some affordable options like small offices for around £215 to £275 a month. You could use these spaces for a receptionist or just as a postal address for your Google business profile. If renting a full office is too much, you can still go the virtual address route. Make sure you choose one that actually offers desk space. You want something a bit more substantial than the £10 a month options. Look for virtual offices that have hot desk options, where you can actually receive mail and have a real space to work from if needed. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is fully optimize your Google business profile. Make sure you add your website address, your services, and all the essential details. You'll want to add loads of images for all your services. For your location, make sure you're setting it to Southend or wherever your business is based. We've got a full video on how to optimize your Google business profile, and I'm going to put the link in the description for you. And don't forget, you'll also need a dedicated local number. Don't just rely on a mobile number. For a local number, you can use tools like Twilio. This will give you a virtual number that connects directly to your mobile phone. Or you can use platforms like CallRail. CallRail offers 5 numbers for about $45 a month if you pay yearly, or $50 a month if you pay monthly, and you get 250 minutes a month. These virtual numbers can be really helpful. You can wire these directly to your mobile, so all calls come straight through to you. But the key here is to make sure you have a local number, not just a mobile. Next, you'll want to build a content strategy for your website. We'll be using a Google Sheet to create the content strategy, and I'll provide the sheet in the description. The focus here is to dominate one town, for example, Southend. In the Google Sheet, the first column is for pages. Put in home, about us, gallery, services, and a contact page. Then categorize them. For example, home will be a home page, and we'll be optimizing it so it starts ranking. On the other hand, the About Us, Gallery and Contact pages will be categorized as info pages because we won't be optimizing them. Now let's start building service pages for the website. You'll need pages for all the different plumbing services you offer, all the different drainage services and the heating services too. These will be your top level navigation pages, which will appear as drop downs in your site's navigation bar. For the services drop down, make sure you categorize and list all the plumbing services you offer. Next, we'll look at what your competitors are doing. Go to their websites, check out their drop downs, and if they're offering services that you provide, add them to your spreadsheet. Keep filling this out as much as possible. To find even more services, use ChatGPT by putting in this prompt. List me 10 plumbing services. Then go through the list and add the relevant services to your spreadsheet. If you don't offer something ChatGPT suggests, just skip it. Once that's done, categorize all your service pages as main navigation pages. All these pages will be in your navigation bar on the home page. Once we've listed down all the service pages, the next step is to create location pages. Now the reason we do this is that we want specific location pages for each of the areas we cover. That way, whenever someone searches for our service in a particular area, that specific page will show up in the search results. So the first thing you're going to do is go to ChatGPT and put in the prompt, list me all the towns in Southend. Now ChatGPT will generate a list of all the areas and towns within Southend, including smaller areas like Shoebury, Leigh-on-Sea and others. After that, you'll put in this next prompt. What's the population of each one? ChatGPT will then tell you the population of each area. Some areas might be too small and we don't want to create entire pages for them. For example, places like Temple Sutton might be too small. But for large areas like Westcliff or Chalkwell, we'll want to create dedicated location pages. Now you're going to copy these towns and paste them into another prompt, filtering out the areas with a very small population. In this next prompt, you'll write, put the keyword plumber in front of each one. Once you have that list, copy the towns with the keyword in front and paste them into your spreadsheet. Now you're going to categorize these as local service pages. Next, you'll want to repeat the process for each of your main services. So you want to create local service pages not only for plumbing, but also for drainage and heating services. It's simple, you just go back to ChatGPT and put in this prompt. Now with drain unblocking. ChatGPT will give you all the towns with the keyword drain unblocking in front of each one. Copy and paste that into your sheet and categorize it under local service pages. You can keep building out these pages for all your different services, things like boiler repairs, heating services, and so on. ChatGPT will help you generate the keyword variations, and you can just copy and paste them from there to create all your local service pages. Next, we want to create blogs for our website. To find the topics, we'll start by typing our core service, which is plumber, into Google. Then we'll take a look at the People Also Ask section. Now you're going to take these questions from the People Also Ask section, paste them into your sheet and add Southend at the end. So for example, if the question is how much does a plumber cost, you'll change it to how much does a plumber cost in Southend. Similarly, you can take how much does a new drainage system cost and convert it into how much does a new drainage system cost in Southend. Now the reason we're adding Southend to these blog posts is that we want to create location specific blog posts. This will help our website and blog pages rank higher in local searches. You'll want to keep writing down location specific ideas for your blogs. In total, aim for at least 5 location-specific blog topics, then you can categorize them as blog posts. After you've got your location-specific blogs down, you can create another 4 or 5 that are more generic blog posts. To come up with generic blog post ideas, you can use SEMrush. Just type in boilers in SEMrush, go to the questions section and click on it. You'll see a list of 54,000 questions related to boilers. Start by copying questions like how much is a new boiler and pasting them into your sheet. Then go back to SEMrush and pick out more questions, adding them to your sheet. These will be your more generic blog posts. Remember, while it's important to have generic content, you also want to maintain a good balance with location-specific content to target your local audience. Once you've gathered all your blog post ideas, you can move on to getting the content written. Once the pages and blog posts are written and you have added them to your website, tick these boxes off. Next, you're going to want to fully optimize the content on all your pages. And for this, I recommend using a tool called Surfer SEO. There's a link in the description so you can get a free trial. Thank me later. Surfer SEO will help you fully optimize your content by telling you what header tags to use, how much content is required, and how many times to use a particular keyword. This tool will really help you optimize your content and get your pages ranked higher. You'll want to do this for every single blog post and service and location page on your website. After you've optimized them all, just tick them off as completely optimized. Alright, so now you also want to make sure that every one of your keywords is in the title, the description, and the URL. So if we Google boiler fitters Southend, you can see the keywords are in the title, the URL, and the description. Boiler repairs Southend is mentioned in all 3 spots, which is exactly what you want to aim for. Next, you need to have a location page on your website. Now this is a website we built called Garden Rooms 365. On the coverage page, we've got garden room pages for all the individual little areas that our client covers. So what you're going to do is create a coverage page for all your locations just like this one. You need to make sure all those location pages are internally linked. If you don't link them properly, they'll just be floating around and you won't be pushing any authority to those pages. Proper internal linking is really important. Next, we're going to build citations for your website. Now, there are citation builder websites and softwares that blast out all of your citations, but you'll find they usually have a low indexation rate. We've put together a sheet with over 200 directories, so you can manually submit your details such as business name, address, and so on to each one. The link for this sheet will be in the description below. The reason you want to manually submit is because if you use software to blast out your details for directory submissions, it will use the same description for each one, which isn't ideal. You want to have a unique description for every single directory. To create variations of your business description, you can go to ChatGPT and use this prompt. Write me a business description for my Southend plumbing company, and then include your company details like the name, when it was founded, and the services you offer. Once ChatGPT generates your description, you can then use another prompt. Spin the content 50 times. This will give you 50 different versions of your business description. Now that you've got those variations, you can copy and paste them into your directory submissions. Make sure each directory gets a different version. This will help increase your indexation rate, which means more of your citations will get indexed on Google, giving your website more authority. If you notice the description is in American English, you can always use ChatGPT to rewrite it in British English, like we've done over here. Submitting to all these directories can be time consuming, so I'd recommend hiring someone from Fiverr or Upwork to give you a hand. You can find someone to do it for a reasonable price and save yourself a lot of time. Next, you want to get at least 5 local business directory citations and 5 industry specific citations. For local directories, Google Directory Southend. Now you'll find all Southend specific directories, like this one, Southend Business Directory. And here is where you want to get your business listed. For industry specific citations, search for Plumbing Directory. There are a lot of options out there, so make sure you're listed in at least 5 of these industry specific directories. Next, you want to optimize every single image on your website. If you go to Google and type in Plumber Southend, then click on the images, you'll notice that most of these images have alt tags like Plumber Southend or Boiler Repair Southend. Some even include postcodes. You want to follow the same approach here. So if it's a boiler page, make sure your image's alt tag says something like Boiler Repair Southend or Boiler Service Southend. Use location-based keywords in the alt text for every image on the site. The same goes for local service pages. Use alt tags like Plumber Westcliff on Sea or Drain Unblocking Southend. By optimizing every image of these location-specific keywords, you're further boosting the chances of dominating local search results. Follow each of these steps and you'll be well on your way to completely dominating and taking over any town in the UK. Just stick to this strategy and you'll see more phone calls coming in than before. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you got a lot out of the video. So our goal here is to help you generate the best quality leads so you can fill out your diary with more customers and grow your business. And that's it from me. By the way, if lead generation is a problem for you right now, then there's a link in the description that can help you solve that problem in under 3 minutes. I want to say a big thank you again for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please do like and subscribe, and don't forget to drop us a comment in the comment section. We read and respond to every comment we get. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.